Welcome back, dear viewers. You're still watching The Breakfast Show live on Nile TV International. It's now time for our second topic of discussion for today. And as we noted earlier in our introduction, we're going to be shedding the light on the World Bank's decision to hike Egypt's growth forecast to 5.5% in 2021-2022. And the World Bank has revised upwards its prediction for Egypt's GDP growth by 0.5% to 5.5% for the fiscal year 2021-2022. And to shed more light on this topic, we're most delighted to be joined over the phone by Dr. Youmn Hamaki, Professor of Economics at Ain Shams University. A very good morning, Dr. Youmn, and thank you so much for joining us on The Breakfast Show.
Thank you.
Doctor, as an expert, first of all, if you can tell us, what does it signify, the decision by the World Bank to hike Egypt's growth forecast to 5.5% in the fiscal year 2021-2022?
Actually, the main reasons behind that Egypt has managed to address COVID-19 successfully since our economy succeeded to achieve a positive rate of growth despite the pandemic, and we have other factors that may help to achieve a rate of growth that may reach 5.6%, the prediction of the World Bank. Why? Because we have mega projects. We have done impressive mega projects. We have enlarged our potentialities for economic growth towards new areas in Egypt, like in Sinai. We have the economic zone of Suez Canal. We have nowadays we developed quite well Upper Egypt. So all these mega projects may enable Egypt to attract foreign direct investment in different fields. As if we revise the potentialities of growth for most economic sectors, we are going to find that the industrial sector in Egypt is growing only with 4%. Despite that, the potentialities for such sectors can reach from 9 to 15% rate of growth. So this may enable Egypt when we are going towards export-led growth. Nowadays, Egypt is having a very ambitious goal of reaching $100 billion export, and we are actually moving quite well towards achieving such goal. So from here it comes that the export-led growth by itself as a strategy may help a lot by developing the industrial sector, and this will induce other sectors like the service and the agriculture sector too. We have very ambitious goal to reclaim more than 1 million and a half of them. This is the ambitious program we are moving into with enlarging in Sinai the cultivated areas. So I believe that the potentiality for the Egyptian economy can even exceed the rate of growth, which is 5.6%.
Dr. Youmn, how would this decision affect the flow of foreign direct investment into the country?
This is a very important question. Why? Because Egypt has managed and tried to improve the climate of investment for investors, either if they are Egyptians or Arab or foreign investors. If we revise the doing business index, we can see that we are trying nowadays to make digitalization of our government sector. We used to have severe problems regarding customs union dealing with customs, the procedures of customs. Nowadays, by digitalizing these systems, and we have nowadays a unified system for customs, I believe all these actions may help to ease the environment for investments. Besides that, you can see, Karim, that for the last period, our Prime Minister has revised quite well, in a meeting with responsible from different ministers, the complaint of foreign investors regarding their work in Egypt. And I believe that we need to do more regarding enhancing the climate of investment, addressing bureaucracy and corruption, because they still affecting our environment of investment. But we are doing well, and I believe that this may attract investment to Egypt. Besides that, Egypt nowadays, as a location, we have a free trade area with African countries. We have free trade area with Arab countries, as well as a partnership with Europe. So when you have a project in Egypt, you can address all these markets. But the issue is how to, promote your potentialities of investment, so that to attract investors from different parts of the world. As for example, we have done quite well during the pandemic regarding vaccines and medicine. Medicine industry is doing quite well in Egypt and can be a very profitable sector to invest, as well as food industry and ready-made clothes. Imagine, Karim, that we are only exporting with $2 billion only, despite that our potentialities can reach more than $30 billion as export. We have very good capabilities in Egypt for this industry. These all can be representing very good potentialities for foreign direct investment. But from my experience, and studying the experience of economic miracles all over the world, I can see that what Egypt is needing for this period, the multinational buying groups. Why? Because like for ready-made clothes, we need the multinational in this sector in order to help us to address international markets. And with the incentives nowadays taking place to support such sector, I believe that our export in ready-made clothes can increase significantly.
Indeed. On this positive note, we will end it here. Dr. Youmn Hamaki, Professor of Economics at Ain Shams University. As always, we really appreciate your insight. And thank you so much for being with us on The Breakfast Show, and have a very good day. And,
thank you, Karim.
And dear viewers, by this, we come to the end of today's episode of The Breakfast Show. You were in the company of myself, Karim Jamaluddin, and my colleague Dina Hussein. Until we meet again, this is goodbye.
يا بلدي عيشي يا بلدي وزراعي أخضر والنادي عيشي يا بلدي وعلمي مرفوع على يدي